Everyone, happy April. I want to make a quick video to demonstrate how to use the Math Mat. I've had a couple of parents message me and say, hey, what is this? How do I use it? So I was looking at the very first day, week 1, day 1. It says, make numbers and quantities on a math mat, use shells, pom-poms, or shell noodles, pick a number card, count out that many items, and place it on the math mat. So um, this is called a math mat on here. I call it a 10 frame because it looks like a window frame and there's 10 slots. And what it is we use it for giving them a visual to place items that they're counting, just so that they can kind of like see it better and not get confused when they're touching and counting, because sometimes if something's just in a big pile, it's hard for them to count, because then what they do, they'll just count and count and count and count and count, and they don't know when to stop. So this kind of helps them to visualize, if you had a little bead right here, if you were counting beads, they would put one in each frame. That's another important thing, that they put one in each, because obviously this is 10, so we're learning about 10. But you can use pom-poms, you can use beans, noodles, like it said, anything, any small thing that you have lying around the house. So like it said use shells, pom-poms, or shell noodles. Pick a number card and count out that many items and place it on the math mat. So um, week 1, weeks 1 and 2, it came with the math mats, and it also came with the number cards. With these, you can obviously just cut them out and use those like flashcards, place them face down in a deck and just pull a card out. So if you pulled out, if your child pulled out number 3 first, then on their math mat, they could take whatever they're using and count 1, 2, 3. And if that seems really easy for them, then you could have them count. See if I can hold them up here. 3 things. Pretend like I've got 3 things right here. And then you could say, okay, well, how many more do you need to make 10? So I'm going to draw on here just so that you can see what I'm talking about, because obviously I can't hold it up while there's things laying on there. So if your child, if you were playing the game, where you just have the cards in a stack, you pick up the top card and see what number is that. I've got the number 3, so I'm going to place 3 items on here. So then you could say, okay, how many more does it take to get to 10? So that's starting with, addition, adding. There's 3 items, so then I would count the blank items to see how many I would need to get to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need 7 more things on my math mat to get to 10. So that's something that you could do if the numbers or seem like they're getting bored with it, or they already know their numbers 1 through 20. If your child does not know their number, well, I would start with 1 to 10 or 1 to 5, then bump it up to 10, then bump it up to 15 and 20, and so on and so forth. We don't want to overwhelm them with 20 numbers when they're working on the first 5. So I would start, with 1 through 5. They've got that, keep going. But if your child, if all they're working on is just pick up the number, see, oh, that's number 2. I see 1, 2. So I'm going to put 2 things on my math mat, 1, 2. You can do it that way. You can also make just flashcards, because I know we might be thinking, okay, well, these is a little bit too easy because it has the number and then it also has the quantity right here. If you want them to work on just knowing that, hey, this is number 7, I need to know how to count out 7 things, then that's up to you if you feel like your child can be pushed to do that. But if we're just working on recognizing the number and recognizing that 1 means this, 3 is this many. So that's that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can tell y'all about that. I don't think so. So if you have any questions, or if this video confused you even more, let me know, and I will do my best This is a whole new ball field for me, videoing myself teaching, so bear with me. Have a great day.